So the DJ Hero series started like 15 years ago. And honestly, it's something that doesn't get as much credit as it deserves in relation to, I guess, the music rhythm genre of gaming or whatever. But the thing is, like, DJ Hero has been considered somewhat of an afterthought. Like, people look back at it and they have somewhat of a fond memory of it. It was cool, it was innovative. It was like the hip hop version of Guitar Hero, using turntables and scratching and mixing like old school songs with licensed music from the 90s and the 2000s. All that stuff was pretty cool. And unfortunately, I feel like the reason why DJ Hero got overshadowed during its time period was because of how popular Guitar Hero was, how popular Rock Band was. You had the Just Dance series, which I think is still going on to this day. There was a lot of competition back then within that genre, and honestly, I feel like the music rhythm genre has reached its peak like back in the like late 2000s, early teens, because by the time we got to like the mid-teens, nobody really cared about the music rhythm genre, and we stopped getting games within the Guitar Hero and the Rock Band series. But it seems like Activision is interested in possibly bringing back the Guitar Hero series, which is something that appealed more to casuals back in the day. DJ Hero never it never really appealed to casuals, only because maybe because like the learning curve was kind of difficult for some people, or because it was something that had catered to a niche audience. And by the time DJ Hero had come out, for the most part, like the hip hop genre of music was not nearly as popular as it was like during like the early part of the 2000s decade. And even though DJ Hero had like pop music from various different artists, whether it be Daft Punk, whether it be 50 Cent, whether it be Jay-Z, what have you, like even though like it had like pop music and all that stuff, like for the most part, like at that time, like people had many more options in terms of like video games they wanted to play, what they wanted to do. Because I believe during the late 2000s, like Call of Duty was hot. During the early teens, Call of Duty was very popular with the Black Ops games 1 and 2, and like music in general was just better back in the day, like late 2000s, early teens. People would rather just go to the club and have a party and have a blast opposed to just like buying DJ Hero and buying the equipment needed to play the game and all that stuff, because that stuff was actually pretty expensive. But at the same time, it was a fun and unique experience, and it was something that people would be into if they planned on pursuing a career in terms of being a DJ and all that other stuff. But I digress. As far as whether or not Activision should reboot DJ Hero, that's something that on paper it sounds cool, because um there's been rumors that they might be bringing back Guitar Hero sometime in the future. But if they do bring back DJ Hero, who's this going to appeal to? It's going to cater to the niche audience for the most part. I don't think it's going to be something that attracts casuals like to the same extent as Guitar Hero or Rock Band did in the past. And um and honestly, like people have been waiting for a DJ Hero 3 for years, because like this stuff was like very creative, very innovative. It was something that felt like an actual video game. Nowadays video games are just boring because it feels like 3D simulation. It's like the key features about a video game nowadays that makes it good are, I guess, the storyline, depending on what type of game it is, action adventure RPG. It's like the story, the features, the realism, all that stuff. Like video games don't even feel like video games anymore. This right here, like DJ Hero, actually felt like a video game that you can have fun with. It was something that I feel allowed players to, I guess, to learn and to like adapt to challenges in terms of like mastering the game itself, and in terms of I guess trying to like improve their overall like skill level, in terms of whether it be like music playing, or whether it just be um I guess like memorization and trying to synchronized and all that stuff. I feel like games like DJ Hero and Guitar Hero were unique for those purposes because it wasn't just like a basic, up storyline, oh, graphics are cool, whatever. This was something that was very unique, very different. And maybe that's probably the reason why it didn't cater to casuals when it came out. On top of the fact that it was a spin off series, because I think DJ Hero only got two games, DJ Hero 1 and DJ Hero 2, which came out in 2010. Um, I can understand why DJ Hero 3 wasn't made because I feel like as the teens decade progressed, quality of music has declined, and honestly, what kind of games from the past few years would you put in a video game like a DJ Hero 3, which is understandable. But music on the radio is slightly getting better now, and so I do feel that a DJ Hero 3 is something that people would be slightly interested in, but I don't think it would be as good as the first two games that we got back in 2009 or 2010. And I've never heard any talk from Activision about them possibly, rebooting DJ Hero because they realize how niche it was, and they know that the sales, for the most part, for the two games were not as high as they expected it to be. So I mean, it is what it is, but a reboot of, the DJ Hero series would be something pretty cool, but unfortunately, I don't think that's something that's going to happen anytime in the near future, if ever for that matter.